welcome back to the channel and welcome to a spray gun review. We are on to a new devilbiss. I've picked one up, finally got hold of one, and I'm so glad that I've got it. It's in the box just here. We are looking at the dv1 devilbiss for clear coat. Now I've got two of the older devilbisses here. We've got the GTI Pro and we've got the Pro Lite. Now these two guns are still, in my eyes, with the right cap on, these guns are probably one of the best for dropping clear coat down. Still, to date, they are a cracking spray gun for base coat and clear coat. They are outstanding. And I'm glad I've got the GTI Pro and Pro Lite to give you a look at, guys. And we can just hold these up to the new dv1. Have a look at some of the changes that they've made, what devilbiss has made to this new gun. We'll compare some of the caps and just give you sort of a little in-depth review on this. This is going to be a two-part review. So today we're going to do the unboxing and go through the spray gun, and then in tomorrow's review I'm going to take you through some clear coat stages with the dv1, and I'll put it up against the GTI Pro Lite, and we'll just try both guns with the same clear coat on some fenders in the body shop, and we'll see how good this gun performs. So the actual gun itself comes in a really nice box. Now if you're a devilbiss fan, you know that the GTI Pro and the Pro Lite, they come in the smaller boxes. You have your seal on the boxes for the authenticity of a spray gun, because there are a lot of copies of these on eBay and Amazon flying around. They may look like devilbisses, but they're real cheap ones and they're no good, guys. So that's how you know you're getting an actual proper devilbiss spray gun, when you get the actual seal to the box. So I've opened this off camera. I had to because I was itching to get in the box. So the actual box itself, really nice box. It's a lot better than the actual original boxes, as you get the two of the guns in, and you open this from the top like that, and there it is, guys. That is the dv1. Now this gun looks as sexy as hell compared to the other two. They've really made this look a lot sleeker, and I think the colours, they've brought it right up to date. It's a nice colours that they've gone for. They've gone for a satin look on the gun, and then you've got your sort of gold band on here. You've got a little gold band that goes round where the air cap is there, and it just looks a lot more modern and up to date of a spray gun. When you put it in your hand, it feels like the other two guns when you're holding them. So the actual characteristics of the guns sort of stayed the same, but they've made the dv1 so it's more of a sleeker, slender body on it. So you've not got any grooves cut in with the devilbiss going up the side. All that's gone on this gun, which I think is better because it makes it easier to clean. Because when you get these guns, as you can see on the Pro Lite, my old Pro Lite, you get all paint that sits in these grooves, and it just makes the gun look older than it actually is. I mean, this gun has probably been used a handful of times, and once you start getting the paint all inside here on the devilbiss and these little markings on the back, it just makes it look a bit old. So I do like how they've done the new body, and they've kept it nice and clean. It's a sort of like an anodized black, like a coating. I don't know what sort of coating's on this, but it feels really robust, and the coating goes all the way down the thread in here as well when you look down, so it's fully coated on the actual body. We'll take the cap off, have a look there, and it is a nice finish all around here. You've got your gold band around there, and the caps seem to go on a lot quicker than the old ones. You're tending to thread the old ones on quite a bit, but these are just a quick turn, just like one sort of turn, and it's on. So it's nice and quick to dial that in. Nice and grippy on this as well. So when you take the cap off, it feels like you're gripping something. Some of the old ones, after a while, they can feel a bit slippy in your hand when you get to take these off, but you are unthreading these a lot more to get them on. As with the dv1, it's just a quick turn and the cap's off. It's got the same sort of locking sort of piece of, it's like a bent piece of metal, and it just spring clips in and keeps your cap together. It's the same sort as the older ones, so the similar sort of design. The cap that I chose for this is the C2. You can get the C1 as well, but I've heard that the C1's a little bit slower, and as I'm quite a quick painter, I've opted for the C2 on this, which will give you a wetter like fan pattern. When you're laying clear down, it'll be a lot wetter and a lot faster in the actual gun itself. So the actual look of the cap looks like this. So you've got your two air horns at the side, you've got your two holes on them, and then to the centre you've got your centre hole, and then either side of the centre hole you've got like a little triangle, and you've got three little holes either side. Now this cap looks very similar to the TE20 and the TE10. So if you've used them two caps, I've used the TE20 and that lays clear coat down really nice. The actual TE10 will lay clear coat down as well if you've got that cap. It just tends to atomise it a lot finer. So that's what I think this cap will do the same. It'll atomise it similar to the TE20 and the TE10, but we can see that in the demo tomorrow. So a bit more about the gun. When you look at the Pro Lite, to the bottom where you plug your airline in, this would be where you adjust your air pressure. So if you had like your airline coming in here, we use at work, we use the regulators on the bottom there that you clip on here, and you'd have this one open fully up, and then you'd run your air in. On dv1 they've took that one away to the bottom of the handle there, so that's been blanked off, and then your air adjust is on this piece here, which I really like. So you can open that one right up and then plug your regulator straight onto that. And I prefer that because it makes it look a lot cleaner to the bottom of the gun when you see the old one. Just makes it a little bit more sleeker when you look at it and you've not got nothing here. So it's a lot cleaner. The triggers mount the same on the actual bodies. The old one, the trigger mounts to the top, and the dv1 mounts to the top here. But the actual trigger itself feels a lot smoother and just feels a little bit more responsive than a Pro Lite. Pro Lite can feel a bit clunky, as you can hear that, but when you move the dv1, it's just really smooth. So I think for feathering with this gun, when you're feathering the trigger out, it'll be really comfortable, guys, and nice to use. The dials to the back of the gun as well, like the old one where you've got your fan adjust and you've got your fluid. On these, after a while, they can feel a bit tight and sticky when you move these. But on the dv1, they've changed that, and these are nice black. You've got the same sort of threading and grip across the backs of these, which blend into the cap, which is really nice, and these are silky smooth, guys. I know this is a new gun, but I know exactly how that felt when I got this, and they don't feel a patch on these on the dv1. These are really silky smooth. You've got your two little markings there, so you know where you're going with your fan and your fluid. So that's a bit about the gun, guys. What I'll do is I'll wrap this one up here. You get in the box as well, underneath that lid, you get your information about the gun. So same as what you do when you get another devilbiss, you get your little bit of information on stripping it down and things like that. You get a cool dv1 sticker in the box, and then underneath that piece you will get your cup and your tools to strip your gun down. The actual cup itself is exactly the same as the others, so they've not changed any thread sizes or anything like that, and the cup is exactly the same. So good cups by the devilbiss, they last. Spanners and tools that you get in the box are like a cross like you get on your other devilbisses, but they've changed the actual spanner. 22mm spanner there you get in there. You get like a little prizing tool and the bits to strip the actual gun down, so that's all supplied in the box. So all in all, a very nice made, presented gun, guys. It all comes really nice. So tomorrow's video we're going to go for a clear coat blast with the dv1, and I will take you through the GTI Pro Lite. With this, I'll put the TE10 cap on this just so we can get like a match up. to the actual like caps, as they look sort of near enough the same, and we'll take these for a run tomorrow. So I hope you've enjoyed the video on the unboxing of the dv1, and I hope you can join me in tomorrow's video when we take it for a little spin and chunk some clear coat down its neck. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe, press that notification, and I'll see you in the booth for a drop of clear coat. Cheers.